Best techniques to maximize speaker loudness, gain, and more. So that title was given to me by vidIQ. That was their recommendation. But if I had to name this video, I would call it Tricks and Tips to Get the Most Out of Your Car Audio System. Okay, let's go. Hey, what's up guys? Josh here from Breakers Stereo and Performance. Welcome to our channel that reviews all the best in car audio, performance, suspension, and more. Because we don't drive stock. And if you're like us, where stock just doesn't cut it, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Now today we're talking about one of the most common questions we get. How do you maximize your vehicle's system safely without distorting or ruining your gear? We're gonna break it down step by step, covering gain, tuning, speaker phasing, EQ tricks, and more. So let's get it. Why loudness isn't just about cranking the volume. First off, if you think maximizing loudness is just about turning up the volume knob, think again. Without proper tuning, distortion, clipping, and blown speakers are just around the corner. If you want a system that plays loud and sounds clean, that's what we're after today. Okay, step one is set your amplifier gain correctly. Now we've done videos on this subject, from tuning with the DD1 and also tuning with your meter. But the cheapest, most effective way to do this is with an oscilloscope, and you're able to buy one on Amazon pretty cheap for about 40 bucks. We're gonna go ahead and leave that link in the description below. Now what this does is it matches the output of your head unit to the input of the sensitivity of your amplifier. And here's how we do it. Start with the EQs set at flat, loudness off, bass boost off. Now you're gonna play a sound wave test tone, 1K for mids and highs and 40 Hertz for subs. Now you're gonna take your oscilloscope, and the goal is to have the sound wave just round off nicely. If you start to get square waves, that's a problem and you're gonna wanna turn it down. So those are the very basics when it comes to tuning with the scope. There's lots of videos out there that'll teach you step by step. That's not the purpose of this particular video, but at least you get the gist of it. Bottom line is a proper tuned gain gives you max undistorted output, and that's the key to true loudness. Section 3, time alignment. Now most doubled-in radios come with time alignment included in the software. Now time alignment lets all the speakers hit your ears right at the same time, giving you a strong center image and better clarity. To do this, simply measure from the center of the speaker to the headrest on each speaker and enter it into your radio. That's one way. The other way is to measure the speaker that's furthest from your ear. In most cases, it's gonna be the front right speaker. Make note of how many inches that is, and then measure the rest of the speakers in the vehicle. And you'll deduct that number from the speaker furthest from your ear, and then you make the adjustment from there. Let me give you an example. So let's say, for instance, the front right speaker is 50 inches away, and the front left speaker is 30 inches away. And the difference between the two is 20 inches. So you set that front left speaker at 20 inches, which gives you a delay. So the front right speaker is coming at you normally, and the front left speaker becomes delayed. That way, it hits you at the same time. And then you do that for the rear speakers as well. Section 4, EQ or equalization. Boost carefully and cut wisely. An EQ is a powerful thing, but dangerous if used wrong. The trick to perceived loudness is to cut bad frequencies first and boost carefully second. Equalization allows you to boost certain frequencies or reduce certain frequencies in order to have a more even sound. Here's a pro tip. Cut muddy lower frequency mids between 200 Hertz and 1000 Hertz. Boost upper mids between 2K and 5K, just a touch. This helps vocals cut through. And avoid big boosts below 50 Hertz. It'll eat up your headroom fast. Also, avoid boosting more than about 3 to 4 dB anywhere. Beyond that, distortion starts to creep in. Section 5, speaker polarity. So when doing the installation, you have to make sure that each speaker is hooked up properly, positive to positive, negative to negative. But I've seen this many times before, even from seasoned installers. Sometimes those wires get reversed, and no matter what you do, no EQ will save it. Now here at Breaker Stereo, we use a device called the polarity tester along with the track. And I've actually found a decent one on Amazon that you can get for yourself for under 15 bucks. I'll leave the link in the description below. So if you pick that item up, you're gonna need a track to play it. Now I found a track on YouTube that you can use along with this device so that you can test it yourself. I'll leave that link in the description below as well. But basically, here's how it works. The track gives you 3 beeps in a row that are in phase. Then it gives you a beep that's out of phase. So you take the device, put it next to the speaker, and it'll blink green 3 times and red once, unless it's out of phase. Then it'll blink red 3 times and green once. If that's the case, just take that speaker and reverse the polarity and you're good to go. Finally, on to our next section, section 6. Don't forget sound dampening. This reduces rattling and makes speakers more efficient. Even with the best tuning, rattling can rob you of perceived loudness. We did indoors with thick sound deadening materials, which really helps mid-bass hit harder. Not only does it do that, it reduces the road noise coming in, making your speakers more efficient. And that's not just reserved for higher end speakers. Even your $99 speakers can definitely benefit from sound deadening material. Okay, that'll do it. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more car audio tips. As always, support this channel by shopping with us at www.breakerstereoandperformance.com. My name is Josh with Breaker Stereo and Performance. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.